Does ugly art get more attention than beautiful art? Sometimes, yes, but not always. What you're noticing there is attention, not how art works. My name is Lori, and I'm a multimedia artist, and it's my mission to help people who love art or maybe don't know a lot about art appreciate art and become collectors. I create art for people who appreciate those rare moments of beauty and want to capture them forever. So let's go back to talking about ugly art. Well, take a look at The Ugly Duchess by Quentin Mastis, painted in 1513. Take a look. Is that beautiful or is that ugly? Well, I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder, okay? And if you think this is beautiful, fantastic. I think it's ugly. It has all kinds of stuff going on. It has elements that don't seem to belong together, kind of patched together. It almost looks like the author intended to make a very ugly painting, right? Or take a look at this one. This is pretty famous. It's called Vertumnus by Giuseppe Arcimboldo. It was painted in 1591. Is this beautiful? I mean, again, if you think this is beautiful, fantastic, right? I'm not going to argue with you, but to me, it's a little bit of a grotesque painting, right? It's clever because all these vegetables are making up a portrait, but the overall effect to me is kind of ugly. So is this good art? Is this better art than, let's say, this? Water Lilies by Claude Monet? So what's really happening? So why does ugly art get more attention? Well, it's the shock value, right? It's the brain sees something that is unusual, and maybe it's chaotic, or it's distorted, or it's out of place, or like there's different elements that don't belong together, things that are juxtaposed that are just not appealing. And so we have a reaction to it. The reaction is the attention, right? So we may love it, we may hate it, we may talk about it. And so that's really what we're seeing. We're seeing some kind of, reaction to the work, which is really, it's a great thing, right? That art can get us to think differently, see differently, talk about what our emotional response is to something, which is great. That's part of the fun of art. But what about beautiful art? Is there no place for beautiful art, right? Well, there is. And in fact, beautiful art holds our attention longer. We want to look at it, right? We want to enjoy that moment of this, maybe a beautiful field of flowers, or a lake, with a boat in the sunset. We want to look at that. We want to capture that. Every time we walk by, we want to feel that feeling of whatever it is, calm or serenity, or whatever it is that painting evokes from us, right? So beautiful art has a place, and it definitely is still desired, right? I don't want an ugly painting in my home. Now, I may think it's beautiful, and you may come into my home and think that it's ugly. Okay, fine, right? This is also one of the wonderful things about art. But I don't want to look at something deliberately ugly. Like, for example, a portrait of somebody who's, I don't know, ripped to shreds, bloody. I don't want to see that, right? I don't want to walk by that every day when I'm going to the kitchen to make a coffee in the morning. So what about those people who love art? You want to see something beautiful every day, but maybe you don't have the money or the wall space to be collecting, big pieces of art, thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars even. Well, have you ever heard of ACEOs? Art cards, originals, art cards, editions, and originals. I just recently discovered these, and I'm completely hooked. These are 2.5 by 3.5 inch original paintings, right? They're the same size as a baseball card or a Pokemon card. And these things are fantastic. You can get original, affordable art. You can go onto eBay, and there's other websites that where you can buy ACEOs for not too much money, and you can collect them. And you can do what the kids are doing with Pokemon. You can put them in a binder and you can look at them whenever you want. Another idea is you can buy a whole bunch and you can put them in little frames and make like a little art collage on your wall. And now you've got like 10 or 15 pieces of original, beautiful art. But you didn't have to dedicate, you know, lots and lots and lots of square footage of wall space in order to do it. So if you're interested, please check out my ACEOs on eBay, and I'll put the link in the description.